welcome to the 1639th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Good evening, traders. This 1639th installment of these educational videos, and when I mean educational, these are geared to teach you the art of technical analysis, and I started on the trading floors in 1982, and I am telling you I am very good at technical analysis, so pay attention. Futures trading is extremely risky, causes substantial financial losses, certainly not suitable for all traders. Make sure you put your stops in, put them in first, and always know there can be some slippage with stops, but put those stops in. What's on the board for trading Friday, June 30th, 2017? Well, first of all, we are going to be celebrating on Monday and Tuesday the 4th of July holiday, right? Now, 4th of July holiday is one of those major, big U.S. holidays where any traders worth their salt are disappearing for the weekend, and many of them will not be coming back until September. Markets are getting tricky, as you can see. Volatility has been all over the place lately, which brings me to a question that I have on the board. And that question is, oh, by the way, we will be trading until noon or 1 p.m. on Monday. Then the markets close, and they're closed on Tuesday for observation of the 4th of July holiday. That brings me to the question on the board. Stock market behavior. Is it the holiday reversal that so many of you Omniacs know that I've brought to the forefront? It's a phenomenon that takes place leading into major holiday weekends. Is it the holiday reversal we're seeing, or the weight of the bear flags in both NASDAQ and Apple? Traders, the charts are showing both. Absolutely, I call this a holiday reversal, but we know the bear flag is there in NASDAQ. We know the bear flag is there in Apple. That brings me down to number 3. I'll skip 2 for a moment. How goes Apple? How goes the stock market usually? So we've got a lot of charts to look at. What we are going to do, because of the situation right here, is neutral for trading on Friday. There is no Omni on the board for emini, S&P, or NASDAQ. We are going to watch the action because we have other markets to play, like gold and crude oil. The hunt remains on with a cautious eye on that U.S. dollar. Now, selling gold and selling crude while the dollar is rallying is a great thing to do. Selling gold and selling crude while the dollar is tail spinning is a little trickier. But the gold is giving absolute sell signals. Crude oil has had its holiday reversal all week, and if you ask me, is right to sell into a rally. Gold is doing what it does, and I'm going to show you the charts. We're just going to follow the charts, and that's that, with the cautious eye on the dollar. So likely selling gold, selling a big rally in crude oil if it materializes. Then we've got the chart in Apple, and Tesla makes its projection I gave you guys a few days ago. Now, markets have been really volatile and very tricky, and in the last few days, we've had NASDAQ stop us out or S&P stop us out every other day, but we've won in our other trades to help pad those losses. But I have to admit, the volatility that we're seeing lately, and I cannot call this by any means a top because it's such a big booming bull market. However, we're seeing bars in the NASDAQ and in the Russell like this, when bars are usually like that. That is massive volatility on a daily chart. And many times when you're in a market this expensive, massive volatility starts to show you a top is forming. Now, I am not telling you a top is in. I am telling you we had a holiday reversal, but the possibility of those bear flags I've been showing you for about 10 days could really be weighing on the market, and maybe it's not just a reversal. That brings us to the neutral stance in emini, S&P, and NASDAQ for Friday. Let it play out. We'll see what it does. We'll attack it next week. Gold and crude, as I said, the hunt remains on with a cautious eye on the dollar. Then there's Apple and Tesla. We're going to look at charts on all of them. Traders, the volatility has been extreme lately. Make sure you know what you're doing if you're going to play these markets. Join me in my free live trading room at livewithoscar.com. The trading room is free. Come join me. Don't be afraid. We huddle together and help get each other through these rough and tumble markets. Traders, I do have an Omni Camp coming up in the end of August. I'd like to mention that Omni Camp to you. There are 3 open seats. Omni Camp is a 4-day session that I hold here live in Las Vegas. It's a seminar. It's me, you, and 4 others. Only 5 of you are invited. We lock ourselves together for 4 days, and I teach you the art of Oscar's market navigational indicator, the Omni. If that sounds appetizing to you, if you'd like to come up with these trades without my help, join me at Omni Camp last weekend in August. Come to livewithoscar.com, fill out your Omni Camp applications. Hurry up, there's 3 seats left. Grab them before they go. With no further ado, let's go! Look at some charts. Traders, the business has changed. Have you noticed? We are wholly electronic now. The traders that did this for a living, they do that no more. The market has become a level playing field. What does that mean? That means that analysis today works better than it's ever worked before. Do you know how to read a chart? If you don't know how to read a chart, if you'd like to learn how to read the charts better, a graph is absolutely the roadmap to where the market is going to go next. I am dubbed the chart whisperer from all the fans that follow me. If you would like to learn how to read these charts from the chart whisperer, come on down to livewithoscar.com. Join me in my free live trading room, and I'll help you have a much better understanding of how the charts work and how to call the next move going forward. Traders, are we looking at a holiday reversal? Well, you know, it's interesting that the market was going up in this fashion, and all of a sudden, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? Before the holiday, you get right down to the average. That, if you ask me, is a holiday reversal. But there is absolutely more going on. Let's look at this. Well, one last thing. You don't stay below that average for too long, and you didn't get below it on Thursday. You might penetrate it on Friday, but it doesn't stay there very long. So think about that. Then you've got NASDAQ. Now, the flags are finally speaking. This flag finally speaks. You got below the 50-ball moving average. Once again, up, 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 up. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Really? Really? Is that not a holiday reversal? Does that look like a holiday reversal to you? So, can we say that this is dead now and it's going to just start crashing down? Not if that was a holiday reversal. However, is it the weight of the bear flag? And are we going to now start to tumble? We're below the average. We're below the channel. We're heading down. Well, if this chart was all by itself, absolutely. I would tell you, watch out for Armageddon. But it's not all by itself. We've got to give the rest of the market time to tell us if this is calling a top or not. But there's more. Russell 2000 traders, look at the grand volatility in these bars lately. This is insanity. You know, here's a normal bar. Look at the insane volatility we're getting lately. These big days coming out of nowhere, really high at the top of a market. Many times that will show you that a market wants to start to break down. But I have to say, when you look at the weekly charts, there is nothing that tells you we're breaking down at all. So maybe, just maybe, we're looking at holiday reversals only. Crude oil now. Let's move it out to crude. More holiday reversal. What has crude been doing lately? Going where?
Down.
Now, what happens? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You want to explain that one to me? Holiday reversal. Should we start selling into it Friday? Well, it looks like it got up to this little double top area. I say we sell a rally and expect Friday, Monday to head back down. That looks like a holiday reversal to me. By the way, we made a call when the market was at 52, and we said the market would race down to 37 before it ever hits 57. And believe it or not, it's dropped all the way down to the very low 40s so far. I mean, look at the drop we've had. Now, I've had some crazy people on YouTube say, Oscar, people are losing money on your crude oil call. And I say to them, I made a call at 52 that it wouldn't go from this spot to that spot before it would go from this spot to that spot. And it went all the way to here so far. How on earth would you call that a bad call? I mean, come on, guys. I understand you want to fight with people on the internet, but when a guy's giving you such good information like this, take it and use it. Don't fight with it. This is good stuff. The hunt remains on. We are absolutely looking to sell a big rally in crude for Friday if it materializes. And now we've got gold. Once again, dollar going down. You shouldn't be wanting to sell gold or crude oil. But signals are signals, and that is a bear flag. It is below the 50-bar moving average. We know that we can certainly spend some time down there if it gets below, and we just got below, so let's see if it spends a little more time in the fashion of the bear flag. a cautious eye on the dollar, because with dollars going down, it makes selling gold a little trickier, but that is a flag, and a flag is a flag is a flag. Now, that was gold. Well, let's look at its sister silver. Well, look what silver is. Huge bear flag. Only one time you popped out of the flag. Huge bear flag. Crashes once it gets below the 200 like it does each time. You got to think that's bearish. That's gold's sister, so look for the downside in metals. And then we've got this. Here's what makes it tricky selling anything commodity-wise. If it's a commodity future and the dollar's going down, inherently it's supposed to work like this. If futures are over here and dollars are over here, if dollars go up, futures go down. That's the way this is supposed to work. So you got to be a little bit cautious selling crude and gold with the dollar dropping. But once again, signals are signals. Maybe this is going to happen for a few days where the dollar moves lower with the commodities. That is a thing that happens. We are day traders. We always have stops in, one day at a time, just showing you, keep a cautious eye on that dollar, please. When it goes down, it's not supposed to allow other commodities to go with it, but lately that's what we're getting. Now you've got wheat. Wheat is acting correctly. And if you recall, I've been showing this to you since this signal. We had a signal here, and at this point I started to tell you that we are now getting signals to buy wheat. And we were right about buying, and we tried to buy it again here and here. We did get filled here. We missed getting filled this morning at 472. We just missed it, and it exploded. But the Omni was fantastic on the call. No fill. Sorry about that, kids. We'll try to catch it next time. And then there is Apple. How goes Apple? How goes the stock market? Apple is below my Omni average. Apple is absolutely in that bear flag. Apple was up here when I gave you a 140 and then a 136 projection. Well, we're just about down there now. It should end up at the 140 area tomorrow, and that flag projects at least down to 136, and you are below the Omni, so maybe, just maybe, we truly have something going on. Maybe the weight of this flag and the flag in NASDAQ is truly starting to create some form of a top. I am not here to call that, but boy, oh boy, doesn't that look a little bit like a head and shoulders to you? Certainly does to me. How goes Apple? How goes the stock market? One day at a time, just pointing some stuff out to you. Meaningless, I guess, for the next couple of days because we've got a holiday, but you keep this in mind for next week. Traders Omni Camp last weekend in August, 3 seats only. Please come join me at livewithoscar.com. And then you've got this, Tesla Motors. Traders, we were up here. I made a bold call. Instead of it going up for the next few days, we should drop. Holiday reversal. I mean, is there anything more holiday reversal than that? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Is that not a holiday reversal? I mean, come on. That is a very good technique when used properly. Traders, thank you for watching the chart segment. I will see you all at livewithoscar.com. Traders, so you've seen the charts. You've got my technical argument for why we've got these on the board. Stock market, holiday reversal, or weight of the bear flags. You tell me, but I say we just wait this out. We'll find out very shortly. The stop, by the way, I had a sell signal set up for the NASDAQ for trading on Friday. The stop was over 60 points. There is no way I'm setting up a trade for my OmniX and NASDAQ with a 60-point stop. So we will trade other markets or trade nothing for Friday. Besides leading into a holiday, who needs it? Traders, my sincere apologies for a very crappy performance in the NASDAQ and S&P this week. Nothing else I could say, but I was really bad. We had one winning day, one losing day, one winning day, one losing day. The losing days were worse than the winning days. It was just bad. But when you get such grand volatility like this, you know, I mean, come on. There's not every day. I can't do this right 50 days in a row. Volatility like that's going to make the Omni try to figure out what's going on, and as soon as it starts going, the Omni jumps all over it, is the usual MO. I expect more of the same. Traders, I'll see you at livewithoscar.com. Remember, come join me in my free live trading room and do this to yourselves, please, because it will help. Remember to keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do, in my opinion, to keep those emotions at bay is say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Rock and roll live with Oscar.com. And for you Americans out there, happy 4th of July holiday celebration. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.